We're here with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy.
Hello, ladies.
Granddad.
Bro, I'm tired of these old men.
Look what you hoes did to him. His old ass was just looking for love from you old ass Sheen fashion, Nova stealing makeup wearing bitches. I pray you all go out on a date with the man and he leave your ass to go in debt paying for them appetizers by yourself, bitch.
I'm gonna put you on the reread pills.
Ritalin pills.
Whatever.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Sex me, baby, baby, sex me.
Hey, what's up, baby? Come on, get in. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you in.
You can't be sick. I know you fucking lying.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Thank you.
Don't worry. Don't worry about the little studio. Hey, do me a favor, roll the window up for me.
Come over here and let me take on
Hey, what's up, boo?
I thought you had a Benz.
Nah, that wasn't my car. That was my brother's car.
Your brother what? So what the hell is going on?
It's a hoopty. It's a hoopty, baby. Yeah.
Okay, well it's cold. Can you at least turn the heat on?
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, my heat messed up, so I keep a heater. And I plug it right up in my little generator. Got this from my grandma's house. Come on, baby, don't do that. Like, you're gonna be good. This heat up fast. This heat up real fast.
Bro, the car gonna catch on fire. Okay.
Nah, baby, trust me, I do this all the time. Trust me, everything gonna be good.
What the hell? What?
Oh, yeah, my radio don't work. Yep, Bluetooth. What you want to listen to?
Power on. Bluetooth.
Are you for real?
What? My radio broke. Listen, baby, this car is from the 1990s, boy. Like, you gotta bear with me.
I'm about to just take an Uber.
Uber? I put $15 in this motherfucker, it's gonna fill up. You gonna catch an Uber and pay like $25. All right, I mean, shoot. I ain't gotta take you to your grandma's house. You wanna go to your grandma's house? You wanna be judging my car and shit. Hold on, I gotta get something out the trunk. What? Hey, that full video on my YouTube.
Oh shoot, babe. No, it's the time of the month. You got you half of the rent?
Oh, yeah, baby, don't worry about that. My rent money's on the way.
On the way.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh, you got a check coming out
That must be my rent money right now. Coming!
Hey, baby. I used my code on the door. I heard rent was due.
Yes, thank you, baby.
You're welcome, baby. That's first, last, and security.
Oh,
all right?
thoughtful.
Enjoy your little night. I'll see you later, all right?
Wait, no.
What?
Come on in.
Come in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
The fuck? Scooch over, baby. I need my hat at the couch. It's sitting right here. It's my hat.
Hold up. Baby, who the fuck is this?
It's my half of the rent. My half of the rent.
Yeah, I be paying the rent, bro.
You paying the rent?
The 50% that be coming in be for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, give me that. You don't need that. Baby, you want to watch something?
Oh,
Here you
thank
go. Yeah, he's
I'm an Eagles fan.
Eagles all day.
Always got it wrong.
Okay, baby.
How do you know what's inside you unless you test yourself? Don't do one push-up. do 100. Don't run 1 mile, run a marathon. Don't have one family, have a second family all the way across the country. Don't just have a second family, have a third family in Santa Fe with an alternative lifestyle. Don't spend any time with the first 2 families. Make a commitment to family number 3 and double down by announcing it at his war hero father's retirement party. Don't go to the funeral, because remember, you got 2 other families to deal with and a marathon to train for. Don't just let Kenneth walk out of your life. Take his life from him. Don't just go to jail. Go to death row by killing the 2 other families. Don't just let anyone have their closure by apologizing. Send a message that you're not afraid of hell.
All right, say now if you say, this is one right here, hey, I'm finna get us out the hood with this one. Real talk, say, if a nigga ain't feeling this one, he probably just a broke ass lame man nigga. Yeah. Bricks on the floor, scales in the cabinet, junkies at the door, money stashed in the attic. Bricks on the floor, scales in the cabinet, junkies at the door, money stashed in the attic. Bricks on the floor, got to hurry up, busting down, junkies steady knocking down, near beat the door down. Fast hit my spot, cross down, they kick the door down. Cop the new spot, plan B, yeah, work around. If you ain't copping, cooking, serving, you can't come around. Back door swinging like a kid at a playground. Hurt by the pint, green by the pound, but I'm moving more white than a damn snow plow. All I know is cook it up, all I know is scratch it out, all I know is bust it down, all I know is move it up, all I know is cook it up, all I know is scratch it out, all I know is bust it down, all I know is move it out. Bricks on the floor, scales in the cabinet, junkies at the door, money stashed in the attic. Bricks on the floor, scales in the cabinet, junkies at the door, money stashed in the attic. Bricks on the floor, scales in the cabinet, junkies at the door, money stashed in the attic. Bricks on the floor, scales in the cabinet, junkies at the door, money stashed in the attic.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry to disturb you. You said that he grew up as a young black boy. Did you just say that?
Yeah, and his mother.
Are we talking about Mr. Mitchell, Ben Mitchell?
Yeah, but he's all tall, black, dark, and handsome now.
Hold on, before we even get to that, who was tall, dark, black, and handsome?
Gentle Ben. Are you listening? Gentle Ben.
Right here, Judge.
And we've dated, and you have to listen. And so, and we've been in a relationship. So
You've been in a relationship with a tall, handsome black man for the past year named Ben Mitchell. Word. Who is now in a courtroom.
Yeah, but my pet name for him is Gentle Ben.
Okay, Gentle Ben.
Mm-hmm. And we've been together, but Gentle Ben, I've given him too many loans. And what happened is being that he was raised in such an area where his mom was a single parent, about 6 children.
Poor little black boy.
Yes. And so now he wanted to go back and build up the parks and all the communities and just have some avenues for little black children, boys and girls
little black
like
children
him.
like he was, the little black child.
Yes. See, now you listening. Yes, yes.
Okay.
And
Do you want? Hold on, ma'am. Do you want? Is there something you want to tell this courtroom, or better yet, you tell Miss? What did he call you? What did he call you, ma'am?
My mama, baby mama.
Baby?
I ain't got no baby, but
yeah, you my girl, you my baby. You know what I'm saying?
I can't have no babies now.
Oh, man. Oh boy, we got a surprise for you.
A surprise for me?
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
Mango Park. Mr. Mitchell, there's something you want to tell her?
Hey mom, everything I agree with me. Everything's good, man.
For the past year, there's something you want to tell her?
Well, I don't want to get off the wrong foot. First off, every time I come here, the first thing you tell me is to take off my sunglasses, and you can say anything to her. But that's besides the point.
Okay.
She can keep her sunglasses. I can't.
All right.
Secondly,
Miss Tatum, since he doesn't want to say it, I will say it. Mr. Mitchell is not a tall, good-looking black man.
Oh, he's short?
No, he's not short. No, he's not short. And good-looking, that is in the eye of the beholder. No. That we're talking about the black part. You see, Mr. Mitchell is not black. Mr. Mitchell is white. Mr. Mitchell is very white.
What do you mean he's white?
Jeff, you want to tell her?
He is definitely not a black man. He is.
And Jeff is black.
Not even light skinned.
And I'm black.
Nah, that ain't right. Baby, don't believe this nonsense.
He's been in our courtroom many a times for other cases.
Are you sure?
I am quite sure. He's not even light skinned. He's white.
What?
He's very white.
Very.
You?
in the 1970s, they decided to make the black man economically irrelevant to the black woman. So in the 70s, that's when they went into the high schools of Cleveland, the high schools of Cincinnati, the high schools of Columbus, and they took out all the industrial building trades. That's why in Black America today, there might only be 1 or 2 high schools where you can still learn how to be a plumber, a carpenter, a roofer, a welder, an electrician. 75 years ago, everybody graduated from high school with a skill. Our grandparents lived without a college degree better than we do now because they had the skills that can pay the bills. In order to bankrupt the Black Power movement, they removed the skills training out the high school. They also removed the industries, the factories out the black communities and turned them into prisons. So the black man became economically irrelevant to the black woman. Then they infused the welfare programs in. The welfare programs was not to help black women and children. It was to help the black woman forget about the black man. 1980s, they dropped the crack off. So now black men suffering from not being able to provide, you could smoke the crack or you could sell the crack. They don't care. Either way, you're going to jail. That gave birth to Bill Clinton's 1994 crime bill, Democrat, who locked up more black people than any Republican president you can name. Then that lead us to the year 2000, George W. Bush, he drops off the FBI bomb, faith-based initiative. He started allowing black churches to qualify for federal money. And since the black churches started qualifying for federal money, a lot of black churches have retreated from the front line of civil rights struggle. That's why when you go to most black cities, it's hard to find a church that's at the forefront of fighting against miseducation, mass incarceration, police extermination, gentrification, and economic apartheid, because they're getting paid to stay out of it.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister? Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, coffee. I brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your car.
See? I smelled it. He's back.
Ryan, you have to leave.
What? What are you guys talking about? We know what's going on here. We know you're trying to each other.
What? No. Oh, please. Brothers and sisters don't look at each other like that.
He sent you to West Africa for a reason, Ryan, to separate you and your sister.
You're crazy! Oh, yeah? What's this?
He's my present this year.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. We're
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm your son, and I'm in love with your daughter.
Oh, Ryan, what is in that box?
What's in the box, Ryan?
It's mine.
Unbelievable.
Oh, shit.
Emily, I love that we have so much in common because we grew up together. And I just want to wake up every morning to the smell of you and Folgers Colombian dark roast. Emily, will you make me the happiest brother?
Dad! Get off of him! I love him! Oh, no! 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 Stop it! No! No! I just want to my brother!
It's Folgers in your car.
If you want to get a good wife, Oga, do 5 things for your wife.
What that?
If you want your wife to respect you, do 5 things for your wife.
What that?
Oh yeah, number 1, always give your wife money. Number 2, don't forget to give her money. Number 3, Oga, keep giving her money. Number 4, don't go out without giving money. Number 5, if the money finish, go and borrow money. Because women, they like money. Nigga, drop the beat, nigga. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just got a lot of dope. A lot of dope. Just got a lot of dope. Press off a banana boat. Just got a lot of dope. A lot of dope. Just got a lot of dope. Press off a banana boat. Icy white dope. Same color as some G-Nice. Real street nigga. White tee and white G-Nice. Posted in a trap with the scrap like a bull dice. Jugging all week. I ain't sleeping about 3 nights. Sleepwalking in the kitchen. Wrist on autopilot. All I know is whip it till it's solid. All I know these junkies at the door are dying body. All I know this money on the floor, it keep on piling. All I know is drug dealing, no cap of lying. All I know is selling dope, I never had an option. Flip some in the house, back you thought I ran the option. Just in case my P.O. lit, I don't condone violence. Just caught the old school, spray the candy violence. 100 miles on the motor, barely even driving. Ratchet bitches twerking on the hood, I'm in the project. Real life dope money, this ain't no advance check. Yeah.
I have a brand new brother, but something seems quite wrong. He doesn't look like Daddy, he looks like our neighbor Daquan. Daddy ran out the room, I think to plan a party for the family. 'Cause he came back full of glitter and a receipt for candy. He went off to Daquan's house, they must be making a party pie. But I think he cooked it for too long and got covered in red dye. It turns out Daddy was mistaken, he was baking with our neighbor Tom. Luckily Daquan saved the day, I heard he made cream pies with Mom.
Right here, right now. Come on, make yourself say home. Mi casa es su casa. Hey.
I bet you they did some push-ups.
It ain't got nothing to do with it.
I bet I can. Huh? I bet I can. Come on, what's up? How many push-ups can you do? I don't know about 50. Are you weak as hell?
You cannot do more push-ups than me. Say swear to God, you gotta do more push-ups than me.
This nigga big.
You trying to chill, man. You trying to do push-ups, man.
Nigga, so? How many? I can do 50, right? I might do 50, right? I can't do 50?
Why you so loud? Yeah, this nigga trying to chill. You trying to do push-ups.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Man, you don't get the fuck up off that.
Man, y'all niggas gotta start doing push-ups. Y'all don't do y'all push-ups every day. That's why y'all niggas out of shape. I'll switch it up too. My fingertips.
Yeah. Man, you don't get your ass up.
Hey, bro, remember them pants I let you borrow? When? I ain't seen them bitches in years. When? Remember July, a couple years ago, July 21st, 2021? I be giving him pants and shit. You know, as like a big brother should. He ain't got shit.
I don't got nothing to prove.
He ain't got shit, and that's okay. Please don't take it wrong, because you my brother. Please don't take that shit wrong, bro. I love you. I love you to death, boy.
Bro, what you talking about, bro?
What is you talking about? I love this nigga. What is you talking? Let me go.
Bro, you trying to show off.
What are you talking about? Doing, nigga. Nigga, top off, nigga.
Like, y'all doing too much. Somebody.
Mommy has a plumber friend who comes to lay some pipe. The leak must be extra bad, 'cause he stays till late at night. He seems to be a man of many talents, 'cause next week he made a doctor stop. She must have been super brave. I can hear she got a lollipop. Then he came as a fireman, though the house was not on fire. That's nice, he comes to rescue Mommy, who keeps getting stuck in the dryer. People laugh and say she's their favorite actress. Every time we go to the store, I think she's making action movies and is always quite sore.
Yeah. All I want for Christmas, nigga, 2 quarter keys, 1 triple beam, and a lot of dope things. All I want for Christmas, nigga, 2 quarter keys, 1 triple beam, and a lot of dope things. All I want for Christmas, nigga, 2 quarter keys, 1 triple beam, and a lot of dope things. All I want for Christmas, nigga, yeah. Weatherman said it's a heavy touch of snow. Uncut dope, have your root our red nose. Bigo sent the load, I got bows of mistletoe. Ain't no room in the kitchen, had to wrap them on the floor. Up all night, nigga, now Christmas morning. Peek out the window, Santa sent me a cutler. 87 her T-top on the cut down. Inside eggshell, off-white eggnog. Hey, And what we gonna do? Hey, nigga, we gonna get distribution on that bitch, nigga. We gonna put that motherfucker in it, nigga. CVS. I'm talking about Walgreens, everything, nigga. Nigga, fuck Mariah Carey, nigga. Hey, yeah. All I want from Cleveland, nigga.
Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. What? Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Get it, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Get it, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Get it, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Go, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Get it, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa.
Yo, what up? What's going on with you, man? It's your boy Mufasa, man, and we in the building. Yes, man. It's another chaotic production, man. We gonna roll in the nighttime, man. Yo, what's popping with you, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. Please hit the like button as you come in the day. Well, you know us, we gonna always talk about the news, man. We gonna talk about something interesting, man. We gonna talk about a little bit of news and politics tonight. Right, that's right, on a Saturday night. If y'all ain't doing nothing, you can come on by. And plus, man, look, I'm testing out some new equipment, man, the best I can. You know, just got some stuff set up right here. And, you know, it don't really look too much different, but it is different, right? You know, you might can't tell. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's going on. But today we're going to talk about Trump versus the Somali immigrants. Yeah, that's right. And you probably like, hold on, what? Yeah, Trump versus the Somali immigrants, man. And it's a, you know, maybe it's been a couple wild things said. You know, like I said, from the battle from Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, and she's been fighting against the president, Mr. President Trump, you know, and Trump has had some choice words to say, some very choice words to say about the Somali community. And to be honest with you, you know, look, you can take it a couple of different ways. You know, you can take it different ways. Some people say, hey man, you know, hey, some of these immigrants are refusing to assimilate. Some people say, hey, they're doing too far, they're committing fraud. We don't know. You know. But what we gonna do is we gonna take a look at Trump's rant first, right? Let's take a look at what Donald Trump had to say about Somali immigrants.
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief...
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also saying...
I wouldn't be proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad the nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud.
As you see your boy Trump come out swinging hard. He said, man, these people crazy, man. You got a congresswoman up there who married her brother. God knows, man. If you ain't know, man, your boy Trump was coming out hitting hard and hitting fast. You know, I don't really know how to take it.
Billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, you know, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed.
What that mean? It just happened. She tried to deny it, but she can't really deny it now because it just happened. What just happened? You don't just marry your brother, man. Like this is a big claim. I don't understand if Trump understand. Sometimes you're like, do Trump understand what he's saying? You can't just speed past that. You got to stop right there, my brother. You just said, you know, don't want to marry your brother, and I just you know, we already know about that. Like
billions out of our country, they've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother.
Who is they? Who they say married her brother? Who is they? Do we have any of this? Do we have any proof of this? This is crazy. This is crazy, mate. But do we know Trump could be on to something? We don't know, but you did again. You know a lot of stuff that Trump said. You be like, God knows, man. You can't do that, dog.
It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those.
Damn. Now look, hey, the thing about a political attack. When's the last time have we seen a president of the United States act in this manner? To say this about a political rival. Now, some of y'all might think, oh, shit, man, come on, man, this ain't that bad. But this is a political rival that we're talking about. And he just basically said, yeah, man, she married her brother. Hell, what do we need to... She shouldn't be a congresswoman, and we should throw her the hell out of the country.
Because, just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Walz he should be ashamed.
Now, one thing we know about Minnesota is Minnesota has been a problem. I know we've done some shows about some riots that's been happening out there. All right. Minnesota has been a problem, a kind of a thorn in Trump's side, say you will. Right? We talked about D.C., we talked about Chicago, Memphis has even been mentioned in there, but Minneapolis was a city that I knew that would be gone after Mr. Trump. So yeah, Minneapolis now. So like I said, he's going after the Somali population.
Beautiful land, that beautiful state. It's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country. And all they do is complain, complain, complain. You have her. She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with... go back to your own country and figure out your Constitution.
Damn. Now, if she's a citizen, what does that mean? What does that mean even if you're a green card holder? This is a congresswoman here we talking about. We ain't talking about it. I mean, now he's attacking them in a way, like I said, I mean, have we, but this is true Trump fashion. Shocking and all, right? This is what he does.
And all they do is complain, complain, complain. You have her. She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with... go back to your own country and figure out your Constitution. All she does is complain about this country. And without this country, she would not be in very good shape. She probably wouldn't be alive right now. So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth.
Hey, your boy Trump said, man, look, you are the worst. By far, y'all the worst country on the planet. And then you come over here, you get elected, and all she do is complain, complain, complain. Now, look, hey, I'm just saying that, him and Ilhan Omar has had a little rift between them for years. And, she do complain a lot. Bitching, and complaining and bitching. And Trump said, "Are you sick of that? You complaining, bitch. You probably wouldn't even be alive if you weren't over here, if you was in your country."
All she does is complain about this country. And without this country, she would not be in very good shape. She probably wouldn't be alive right now.
That's crazy.
So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth. I don't know. I haven't been there. I won't be there anytime soon. I hope. But what Somalia, what the Somalian people have done to Minnesota is not even believable. It's not even believable. And a lot of it starts with the governor. A lot of it starts with Barack Hussein Obama. Because
he didn't throw Obama in it. You know what I mean? He did throw he going back, throwing Obama in, and he look. Hey, Trump giving his reasons why he's sick of them. Now it's time to focus on Minneapolis.
That's when people started coming in, and you have to have people come in that are going to love our country, cherish our country. They want to kiss our country goodnight. They talk about our country. We want them to pray for our country. This is not the people living in Minnesota. And she's a disaster. She should not be, and her friends shouldn't be allowed. Frankly, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople. Okay? They shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople.
Man, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople. You know. So, hey, man, this is a vicious attack by your boy Trump. All right, we start
because they don't represent the interests of our country.
They don't represent the interests of the country. See, I gotta start off by letting you know, bro, what your boy Trump talking about, right?
Talking about talking about like Somalia, where you have a congressman goes around telling everybody about our Constitution, and yet she supposedly came into our country by marrying her brother. Well, if that's true, she should be a congressman, and we should throw her the hell out of our country.
Do you stand by that claim of calling Tim Walz retarded?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with him. Absolutely, sure.
You don't think
Do you have a problem with it? Anybody that would allow those people into a state and pay billions of dollars out to Somalia, yeah, there's something wrong with Walz.
Hey, so not only is he attacking Ilhan Omar, your boy Trump goes after the Minnesota Governor Walz, right? For allowing this to happen. Now, you know, why is Trump saying this? Now, Trump has to have a reason, right? I know what y'all thinking. Trump has to have a reason, right? Well, you know, he kind of does. Or, if you will, I would ask you, some people would say, well, he's found one. He kind of does have a reason why he's doing what he's doing. And, you know, the Somali population in Minnesota has, you know, they've been through some changes, and they have done a number on the government. And, you know, you might say, what have they done with the government? Well, I'll say this. All right. Well, I'll let the press secretary explain it a little bit. They might explain a little better than I can.
Refugees who come here under the alleged plight of asylum and fleeing persecution, and then come to the United States to abuse our system and rip off American taxpayers. And as I pointed out, the New York Times, to their credit, it was about 6 months too late, but they did write about how Somali immigrants in Minnesota have been ripping off American taxpayers. In fact, 86 people have been charged in a rampant and widespread fraud scheme spanning multiple programs in Minnesota. Of those 86, 78 of those people are Somali, 91% of them charged. So far.
Damn, now that is a lot. That's a big percentage. Now you would say, hey, now what in the world? It's like something is targeted. Well, it's like, yeah, it does seem like he's targeting the Somali population. But therefore, okay, this is his reasoning. There's been some fraud, fam. There's been billions of dollars passed out, and maybe some people of Somali descent have gotten their hands on it. Now you can say what you want to, but he be like, man, once you get to looking, I don't know. This sounds a little fishy, right?
In fact, 86 people have been charged in a rampant and widespread fraud scheme spanning multiple programs in Minnesota. Of those,
they're gone 86 people. Now listen, of them 86 people,
78 of those people are Somali, 91%.
91%. 78 of them is Somali. Now you wouldn't want to be like, damn, don't pick on them, but you like, hold on, what the hell y'all got going on over here? Y'all got going on. Y'all got something going on. Let you see what's going on. Good evening to you. You know, what is the Somalis got going on? And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of envy him. Like, hold on, how the hell we ain't thinking this shit? What the? Whoa, hey, y'all ain't. Oh, word, y'all ain't put us on to what y'all over there doing. How y'all get that kind of money up out of them? Hold on, what was y'all over there doing? We need to know.
Of them charged. So far, 59 of those people have been convicted for their roles in fraud plots that have stolen $1 billion from taxpayers. In one scheme, and this is egregious, a nonprofit and its affiliates with these Somali migrants claimed to have fed tens of thousands of American children during the pandemic. They were reimbursed for those meals by taxpayers. However, federal prosecutors found that almost all of those meals were never even delivered to hungry children. In fact, those organizations' leaders spent the money on houses, luxury cars, and real estate in Turkey and Kenya. Another scheme involved hundreds of organizations who were reimbursed.
Yo, okay. So they came in and said that, hey, man, we feeding these people. We feeding these people during the pandemic. Put up little fronts. They won't doing nothing. Collecting the bread. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, damn right. That's something y'all was doing. Okay, Somali.
Services that were supposed to help people at risk of homelessness. Once again, those services were never provided. All of this has happened under Democrat leadership.
You supposed to get people off the street. Oh, we gonna bring people in. You ain't bring no damn body in. You didn't hit the government for millions of dollars doing that. Man. Look, hey, they was out here getting to the bag, getting to it. See, the Somalis got them their own culture, man. Look, y'all think you think they playing around? Look, the Somalis was out there getting to it. All right, they was out there getting to it. Say, nah, man, we gonna feed these people during the pandemic. We ain't feeding shit. They had a plan.
Leadership in a Democrat-run state where these refugees, these migrants are coming to the United States. They are abusing our system. They are draining our resources that should be going to law-abiding, taxpayer-funded, tax-paying Americans. And this president is not going to put up with it anymore.
Yep. Now that's the press secretary. They understand the press secretary is going to always be on the president's side. We understand that. We understand that the press secretary is going to always be on the president's side. But guess what? The president also had a meeting with his cabinet.
Told me to look into Minnesota and their fraud on visas and their programs. 50% of them are fraudulent, which means that wacko Governor Walz either is an idiot or he did it on purpose. And I think he's both, sir.
Hey, think about that. They say, hold on, man, 50% of everybody on welfare, 50% of everybody getting some form of assistance. They're bleeding. Something's happening where they're bleeding the state dry. Now, y'all gonna be like, man, who knows, man, that's Trump. I don't know. I'm just gonna say, let's lay this out before we just look at some of the numbers and you be like, hold on, what? They up there doing what? Oh, yeah. They getting to it. They getting to what we would call the proverbial bag. They just doing it on the taxpayer dime. Right?
50% of them are fraudulent, which means that wacko Governor Walz either is an idiot or he did it on purpose. And I think he's both, sir. He brought people in there illegally that never should have been in this country, said they were somebody that they're not. They said they were married to somebody who was their brother or somebody else. Fraudulent visa applications, signed up.
Now, I think that's all for the little story from the congressman. I think they doing that. They doing that for the they doing that for the publicity. You know how that go. I think that's what it is on that part. But like I said, all of this stuff is theater. You have to understand that all of this is theater. All of this is politics. This is how it's played. We're going to get on one side and point to you and say, they'll look at them over there. And then they're going to get on the other side and point back to you and say, oh my God, look what they're saying. That's all this is.
Our government programs took hundreds of billions of dollars from the taxpayers, and we're going to remove them and we're going to get our money back. And we're going to, this next year, make sure that we only put people in leadership positions in this country that love this country and have its back. So thank you for letting us get up every day and have a purpose.
Now, how do you know that, man? This is what we're going to do. Thank you for getting up every day. Look, man, I'm talking about, look, they just, look, hey, just up there, just, God knows, slobbering all over your boy Trump. But that's what his cabinet's supposed to do. His cabinet's supposed to carry out his mission, if you know how this stuff works. That's why the cabinet positions are so important, because they do the president's bidding. All right. So you know, what you probably like, man, what in the world is going on? What in the world is going on? Well, look, I'll tell you this. It's been a few fraud scandals. You've heard about that thing. You probably like, what in the world is talking about? Well, let's take a look. We will get into
16 Somali Minnesota 4-year-olds has been diagnosed with autism. In the same schools, people who are not Somali, the rate was around 1 in 53. They were setting up these organizations that were claiming money from the government to allegedly treat autistic kids. Once the organizations got the money from the government, they passed kickbacks to families who allowed them to say their kid was autistic. This scheme.
Autism scheme. Boy, look, I told you, man, the Somalis ain't told nobody nothing, boy. They got something over there. They said, look, we gonna scheme my ass right on in here. We gonna scheme my ass into billions of dollars from them. We gonna say all these kids autistic. Ain't none of them autistic. You know what I mean, right? We gonna say all these kids autistic. Ain't none of them motherfuckers autistic. We're going to have a state there going to declare they damn autistic. Ain't none of these kids autistic.
16 Somali Minnesota 4-year-olds has been diagnosed with autism. In the same schools, people who are not Somali, the rate was around 1 in 53. They were setting up these organizations that were claiming money from the government to allegedly treat autistic kids. Once the organizations got the money from the government, they passed kickbacks to families who allowed them to say their kid was autistic. This scheme went on for about 5 years. One last thing to note here, 17.5% of Somalia's GDP comes from remittances. And now when Max Tui was just in Minnesota, he noticed a massive number of these places sending remittances back home.
So we usually send it back.
Oh, yeah. One fun fact. Minneapolis is the biggest city in the country for remittances. And what's that? That's the place. That's where you go and you work, or you work hard here, and you send your money back to a country. A lot of people think it would be back to Mexico because we see a lot of Hispanics do it. But contrary to popular belief, this place is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, sending it back to Somalia. That's what it is. So if you ain't know, that's that's what they doing. So makes you think a little more. Not only are they defrauding the government, they sending the money back across the water. So that's twofold things going on here. You know, like I said, somebody's getting rich, man. This is not small sums of money in which they was getting the COVID. And when you wonder all this COVID relief went to, yeah. I'm just saying.
For about 5 years. One last thing to note here, 17.5% of Somalia's GDP comes from remittances. And now when Max Tui was just in Minnesota, he noticed a massive number of these places sending remittances back home.
So we usually send money back home to the less fortunate.
So up there they have a money place you can send back
right there.
All right, so this is what he's talking about in the front, a place where you can easily send money back home or wherever.
These businesses that do this have emerged at the center of this because a lot of the money that people stole fraudulently, they then sent back to Somalia where they invested in property, opened businesses, stuff like that. Now,
damn, this is a wealth transfer, man. This is a wealth transfer. I mean, a major wealth transfer. You know, now, because shit, the thing about it, you defraud the government and then you go back to Somalia and buy huge amounts of property, buy huge things of property. Man, you already got that shit. Whatever, oh, you gonna go to jail. Man, look, I'm about to daggone. Look, all I gotta do is get my ass out the country. I'm about to go lay on my beach, my big house in Somalia. I defrauded y'all for $50, $60 million, man. You know shit. That's generational wealth for them. Damn.
It's rumored that some of this money fell into the hands of Al-Shabaab, the Al-Qaeda affiliate there in Somalia. That's not to say that.
Of course, you're always going to say that and make it like, oh, no, look, them jokers got away with it. They got away with all of that bread.
They were sending it to Al-Shabaab itself, but it is to say that Al-Shabaab has a major presence in Somalia, and when people send it back, a chunk of it likely fell into their hands.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Then when you think about it, like, damn, okay. So you hear about the billion-dollar scheme, but we'll get to it. But let's hear what, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, like I said, she get a little feud and get back and forth with Trump. Let's hear what she had to say.
Been attacked by the president by a colleague whose office is right next door to yours, Congresswoman Nancy Mace. I know that you have received messages and voicemails from people threatening you. How are you holding up first?
I've been here before. I've been the target of the president in the most vile, bigoted, racist ways that you could imagine. And I've had to have full police detail because of that. So it is surprising that he's back at it, because I thought he's moved on and found a new person to harass. But here's, a president that is always unhinged, always deranged, always creating chaos and division. And he seems to have a real obsession with anyone that is an immigrant in this country that is not of European descent.
God damn, boy, she doubles down. I tell you, man, Ilhan Omar, she's brave. She doubled down. You gotta understand, these are political enemies, right? These are political enemies. She ain't going nowhere.
You don't hear him talking about the accent of his wife and, the fact that she came here as an immigrant or any of.
Oh shit, she done bought the man wife into it. Oh yeah, hey, Miss Omar is hitting. She hitting hard, man. When you come in and talk about the man wife, yeah, she went there. She said, man, he don't talk about the accent of his wife. Ooh, god damn, man, come on, man. She ain't playing no games. She come here swinging.
An immigrant in this country that is not of European descent. You don't hear him talking about the accent of his wife and, the fact that she came here as an immigrant or any of those things, or the fact that she gets to have an opinion even though nobody elected her into office. But he has an objection to a person who does serve over 700,000 constituents in Congress, who's literally elected, has the same certificate as he does. But I think for me is I feel embarrassed for him, because in these attacks, what he does, and I think with the likes of Nancy Mace, and whoever that Randy guy is, they expose themselves for how stupid they are. And that is.
God damn, you go. She went there and called them stupid. All right, look, I'll tell you what. Brave woman. She coming at your boy Trump neck. This is why I said Trump versus Somali immigrants. And Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, look, this has been a battle between these two. This ain't nothing say, man, I ain't gonna take this land down from this dude. You know what I mean? Nah. I ain't taking this land down. Hey, forget him. I don't know what made, but see, he's the president of the United States. But Ilhan Omar said, I'm standing up to him.
Embarrassing for us as a country, because these are people who are elected to positions of leadership. He's supposed to be the president of the United States, who's heading off to Europe to represent us. When he's uneducated enough to understand that members of Congress can't be impeached. When you have Nancy and Randy saying, we're on it, we're going to impeach her. When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen. What that displays for not just America.
Yeah, now see, like I said, this is the one where he says that, hey, she married her brother. This is why he was claiming fraud. The guy she married to get in the country was her brother. I will hope that these people aren't over there doing stuff like that. Right? But, she said you can't deport her. I'm going to say, they said, we citizens now. We got that paperwork now. We in here. Can't get us out.
Americans, but folks on an international platform, is that our country is being led by idiots. And that is not something that we should be comfortable with as Americans. And that's not something that should make us proud. And so in this moment.
Damn. I told you, she doubled down now. She said, look, the country right now is ran by idiots. Idiots. She talking just as spicy as Trump is. See, this is what I'm saying, because at first now you'll hear Trump and you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe Trump said that. But yeah, she ain't bullshitting either. This is a political showdown. You better know what it is.
On an international platform, is that our country is being led by idiots. And that is not something that we should be comfortable with as Americans. And that's not something that should make us proud. And so in this moment, I feel great sadness as an American that these are the kind of people that the world gets to see representing us.
Yeah, I feel sorry. This is what she say. See what Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota got.
Again, my message is simple on this. You commit fraud in Minnesota, you're going to prison. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are. Anybody who wants to help us in that, we welcome that. But setting on the sidelines and throwing out accusations, and let's be very clear, demonizing an entire population and lying to people about the safety and security of this state is beneath that. And I will just add, as a teacher and as a parent, the absolutely pathetic usage of a slur, not to me, I don't care what he calls me many things, but don't think that doesn't hurt our children, don't think it doesn't hurt people who are dealing with this. And this is not normal, it's not both sidesism, we're solving problems, we're making life more affordable, we're talking about bringing people in, and we're getting this.
Yeah, sound like a political fight to me, boss. That's all I'm saying. It sound a lot like a political fight. You can say, "Oh my goodness, it's not." I don't even. Man, this sounds like a lot like a political posture over a situation that I don't know how political it is. Now, one thing that we'll say about the Somali people is one thing. If you know anything about, they don't really assimilate well. A lot of them came from, they were a refugee. They had the Civil War in the 80s and 90s, and they came over here about 30 years ago. These are, and one thing that a lot of people who live up there or live around them will tell you is they don't really assimilate.
These people been here for 30 years. And for 30 years, they refuse to assimilate. As a matter of fact, they done turned Minnesota into Little Somalia. Even changed the flag of Minnesota to reflect Somalia.
Oh yeah, you gotta look that up. the flag, my bad. but the flag, the old flag has changed. You know, Somalia got the little star in the middle. Well, Minnesota got the star on the left, and the star got a few more points, but it's like the same colors. It's weird. If you look at it, it's weird.
They wasn't trying to be Americans. They were trying to recreate home. But when you tell them it's time to go home, suddenly it's a problem. When you say it's time to pack your bags because your temporary protection is over, honey. It's time to pack your bags and go home. Now suddenly it's a problem. Oh, we Americans though. We Americans. Since when? You ain't never tried to be American. You tried to change America. You tried to create your own little Somalia that you could safely have things your way in.
Now, is that what they're supposed to do? Or is that really a problem? I don't know. You know what I mean? What y'all think? Is that something that, hey, you're supposed to be trying to do? You're supposed to be trying to create your bubble. But this was, a lot of them was temporary asylum, and what? They got over here, they started having children here. And more people came. And what happened is, see, the Somalis was very strategic. They picked one area of the country and said, we're going to go to this one city. And this is where we're going to be at. Nope, we ain't spreading all around. We're going to be right here in this city.
Well, we're telling you that we don't want our cities changed into Somalia. We're going to give you a bus ride, a plane ride, a boat ride, and everything else you need until you back safely in Somalia. And let's hope them boats don't get pirated along the way.
Lord. Now, like I said, that's what some people say. But okay, these people say, "Oh, why they acting like that?" Well, it's been in the DHS investigation.
Since September 19th, officers from our Fraud Detection and National Security Directorate, working in teams, have conducted over 1,000 site visits across the Minneapolis-St. Paul area as part of this operation.
Task Force Fraud Detection. Let's see what they got.
What they found should shock all of America. Focusing on a list of over 1,000 target cases involving more than 900 individuals, our officers encountered blatant marriage fraud, visa overstays, people claiming to work at businesses that can't be found, forged documents, abuse of the H-1B visa system, abuse of the F-1 visas, and many other discrepancies. Working in teams have conducted over 1,000 site visits across the Minneapolis-St. Paul area as part of this operation. What they found should shock all of America.
Now we're going to take a listen to this list. And a lot of this stuff to me really ain't that far-fetched. Like, yeah, I can see they probably did that. They definitely did. You probably can find cases of all of this stuff.
Focusing on a list of over 1,000 target cases involving more than 900 individuals, our
1,000 cases, 900 individuals.
Officers encountered blatant marriage fraud, visa overstays,
blatant marriage fraud,
claiming to work at businesses that can't be found.
People claiming to work at businesses that can't be found. They come in, hey, I'm working at Habib Corner Store. They ain't working at Habib Corner Store. They doing whatever.
Forged documents, abuse of the H-1B visa system,
abuses of the visa systems,
abuse of the F-1 visas, and many other discrepancies. Over the course of the operation, our officers found indication of fraud, non-compliance, or public safety and national security concerns in nearly a little less than 50% of the cases interviewed.
That's from the New York Post. Just 50% of the cases interviewed, they found something. Now, this is what they're saying. Now, like I said, shit. It's just been a couple of things been going on up there. Certain people have been getting arrested for some things.
Years in prison for one of the Feeding Our Future fraudsters convicted in the first trial for the pandemic meal fraud scam.
Feeding Our Future, the pandemic meal fraud scam. Remember I told y'all about that a little earlier? Take a listen.
Abdi Majid Noor and his co-defendants stole $47 million in their part of the $300 million scheme.
47 mil. Hey, man. Yo, man, come on, man. Look, the Somalis, man, come on, man. How y'all over there getting bread like that? Come on, man. A joke out here got 47 million. You can't tell me a lot of that ain't back in Somalia. Somebody living it up like, hey, my brother went to America. This motherfucker stole 47 million. This motherfucker just sent 25 back to Somalia. Generational wealth. We done built the compound. Our family gonna stay here forever. That's crazy. 47 million out of these Empire Cuisine and Market, these little stores.
Claim to serve 18 million meals at phony sites like the small Empire Cuisine and Market in Shakopee. Noor's job was creating the fake meal counts and invoices, plus the rosters filled with made-up names of kids.
Damn. So he submitted that to the government, saying, hey, we feeding all of these meals, all of these kids, and they was paying per kid. You ain't had them kids.
Used fraud money for a trip to the Maldives and to get a college degree, spending money on the website paymetodoyourhomework.com.
Damn, so this dumbass paid for college and didn't even just go up there and finish. He paying sites to do his homework. Oh man. So he really paid for his degree. They done did some investigations and said, oh yeah, not only did he pay, the school just paid out for his degree. He had a site that he was paying to do the homework.
Finish it. On top of it all, Noor played a key role in trying to bribe a juror in hopes of getting a not guilty verdict in his trial. Lead prosecutor Joe Thompson.
Hey, big money. When you got big money like that for them, shit. Got money for you, girl. Living big.
Said in court, this country offered the defendant everything: the opportunity for a life, the opportunity to live in peace. And he paid us back by playing us all for fools. I'm Lou Raguse. Follow.
Now, man, this is the kind of fraud they was out there doing. This the kind of fraud that was, this the kind of fraud that was out there out there in Minnesota. Waste, fraud, and abuse. They have uncovering some things out there, man. Say the Somalis out there, like, hey, some of them Somalis out there wilding, man. Now, of course, this is some stuff, but of course, in the midst of that, it's a political fight. See, it's a political fight because you know what? Trump attacked the governor, said he was stupid. He needed to resign. He looked over all of this stuff. He attacked the representative Ilhan Omar. Look,
speaking of the Somali community, President Trump is targeting them and your state in part. He's citing fraud as the reason for his crackdown. Dozens of people of East African descent have been charged, convicted, and sentenced for stealing more than $1 billion in taxpayer money from government programs during COVID. As you know, Governor, that is more than Minnesota spends each year to run its Department of Corrections. So I want to give you a chance to respond to this. Do you take responsibility for failing to stop this fraud in your state?
I mean, look, hey, now she asked him straight up. She said, look, I know President, Trump didn't care about the, but hey, at the end of the day, yeah, y'all been wilding. Y'all been wilding. More than people that stole more than $1 billion daggone dollars. People getting locked up left and right. A lot of them Somalians. You don't take no responsibility for this? See what Tim Walz got to say. You remember Tim Walz ran with Kamala Harris. This is Kamala Harris' running mate, by the way. We didn't know that Tim Walz had all this going on now. He was the running mate. We just didn't know he ran out all this going on.
Well, certainly I take responsibility for putting people in jail. Governors don't get to just talk theoretically. We have to solve problems. And I will note, it's not just Somalis. Minnesota is a generous state. Minnesota is a prosperous state, a well-run state. We're AAA bond rated, but that attracts criminals. Those people are going to jail. We're doing everything we can. But to demonize an entire community on the actions of a few, it's lazy. And as you heard Senator Kelly say, this president has cut a lot of inspector generals. He's cut programs that could help us tackle this on. So we'll take it on. We'll put folks in jail. I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care what your religion is, your color. If you're committing crime, these are programs that were meant to serve students with autism, to housing, and to making sure people had enough to eat. There's a reason Minnesota ranks as the top. Lowest childhood poverty, best place for children to live. People are taking advantage of that. They're going to prison. That is totally...
Shit, hell yeah, it's the reason ain't nobody in poverty. Man, Joker's walking away with $47 million. Hell no, he ain't in poverty. Shit, man, I walk away with $47 million. Ain't nobody around me in poverty. Who poverty? What? Shit, man, look, everybody around me on for $47 million.
Disconnected with demonizing an entire group of people who came here fleeing civil war and created a vibrant community that makes Minnesota and this country better. But that's Donald Trump. Deflect, demonize, come up with no solutions. He's not going to help fix anything on fraud. My God, there's a big difference between fraud and corruption is something he knows about.
Hey, but you know, that's the governors of Minnesota response. Now, you take that as it may, you know, I mean, make it seem, um, that's the response. But hey, one of the people arrested, he knows a little bit about. All right, so let's take a look at one of the guys or one of the people arrested. You know, it did Governor Walz know anything? Did Governor Walz, Kamala's running mate? What did he know? Right? Let's take a look.
All right, this news just breaking moments ago. Fox News has obtained photos of one of the Somali illegal immigrants wrapped up in the Minnesota fraud scandal, posing with several high-profile Minnesota Democrats, including Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Governor Tim Walz. The man pictured is Abdul Dahir Ibrahim. He entered the country in 2000 and has had...
Oh! Damn, hold on, sir. Didn't you just say, oh, I'm putting people in jail. I'm putting people in jail. And now we got you right next to Mr. I don't know what his name is. You say what he is, but hey, the one Somali you get around a group of ones, and all of a sudden they walk away with a whole bunch of money. Man, you giving out the bag, man. Look, man, hold on, man. Well, look. How you look, man? Something going on here, man. How the Somalis know something, man? How they get on with old boy and walk away with the bag like this?
And Minnesota Democrats, including Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Governor Tim Walz.
Damn.
The man pictured is Abdul Dahir Ibrahim. He entered the country in 2000 and has had an order for removal since 2004. He also has a...
It's 2025. 21 years. And he taking thumbs up. I refuse to believe this, man. See, y'all playing with me. You telling me a joker that had removal orders on him since 2004 with the congressman and with the governor? Yeah, see, something's up with this.
A prior conviction in Canada for asylum and welfare fraud. ICE tells Fox News Ibrahim was granted temporary protected status for 10 years, but should have never been eligible. We are going to have more on this in our next hour.
Well, whoops. I mean, hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy, right? Governor Walz, Ilhan Omar. Them your peoples.
Talk about Ilhan Omar's people in Minnesota. So they brought about 80,000 of these Somali Muslims in. They grouped them in one spot, and then they used that to elect her to Congress. That's how she got there. Okay, now, one thing you need to remember, according to the stats, is over 90% of these people have availed themselves of some sort of social service welfare program. Okay, now, the authorities in Minnesota have a huge investigation because these people have come up with all kind of different scams. Scams saying they're going to feed children, scams for housing, scams for fake marriages, fake divorces, you name it. They came here and they started scamming the system like nobody would believe. And these are her people all grouped together in Minnesota.
Damn, so think about that. Man, people how do the Nigerians get a bad name? See, after all of this stuff, I don't know if the Nigerians should get a bad name. I don't know about that, man. We always said, man, the Nigerian scammers, man. Shoot, man, the Somali song, hey, man, we up there. Somali song, we up there, man, right? This is what she said. She said, this is Ilhan Omar's people. Now, let me, like, as much as you heard her talk about Trump. Oh, Trump is bigoted. He's trying to kick me out the country. That's interesting. Because I want y'all to take a look at Ilhan Omar talking to her people. Now, I'm going to ask you, you're going to have to read a little bit, right? Because she's talking in her language. Yes, the Somali language. All right. But I got you. I'm going to help you understand what she's saying. She was like, she said, when a Somali person becomes an enemy, right? You got to call them out. They become a serious one when you become an enemy, right? That's what she's saying. All right. She's talking about the enemies toward her who are Somalis. We want all group think. We want you to think one way. They're against me. They the worst kind. All right. But she ain't saying this in English. She said this in this. She said this in their language.
dadkaasoo kaleetana magaaladayna nool dhex nool yihiin
waan aragnaa anagoo dhan
qaar waxaa jiro aan dhahno qofkan wuu iska hadlaa.
We all see him. Some of us try to dismiss it. Oh, that person just talked too much. They don't mean nothing.
micno ma leh kanina adeerkay waaye biliis waxa dhihin waxaa laga yaabaa.
Oh, leave them alone. They my relative. You probably met them at a coffee shop. At a
Starbucks. Waa taqaaniin dadkan ka hadlaayo. Starbucks ka la fadhiista.
You know exactly the type of people I'm talking about. You sat with them at Starbucks. She talking about her own people, them people.
masaajidka marmar inuu imaadaana laga yaabaa xafladaha isla tagtiin.
Maybe you seen him at the mosque once in a while. Maybe you going to parties together.
dadkan ka hadlaa inuu guriyaan la deganahay.
You know who I mean.
Waa aragtiin.
You see him.
Dadkaas iska qabta.
We need to get rid of these people. Damn, you say this about your... Yeah, no. You seen them. We need to get rid of these people. Now, hold on. This is her talking to her people. So, hold on. You need to get rid of some of your own people that ain't down with you. Yeah, we need to get rid of these people. Damn. We will never gain power and more influence as Somalians as long as these people live among us. Damn. You sure am? All right. If we don't kick them out. The same people, the Somalians, they try to defend the ones who want to see us in jail. Damn.
maalin ilaahay keeno in xabsina la geliyo maalin ilaahay keeno been naga abuuro maalin ilaahay keeno video yaal af Soomaali aan dhihin soo sheego waxba aan soo sheegnay oo meel hadoodi aad ka galaysid male ileen maanta oo dhan ma taagnaan kartid.
And what happens ain't no way to defend ourselves. Damn. But this is political. But this is what she said to her people. We need to kick them out. Get them out.
aniga hadalkan kuma hadlin. Because shaqaan noo taala anaga waa shaqaynoynaa.
I can't keep saying all day I didn't say that. I got work to do. This is what she telling me. I got work to do. Y'all just need to kick them out. I need y'all to do it.
Inka idin difaacoynaa waddankaanaan difaacoynaa sharciyo aan suubinoynaa maanta oo dhan kuma soo taagnaan karno videogaaneyti aniga hadalkaan ma dhihin maanta oo dhan meel nala taagnaan karno taas idinka idin taalaa inaadan soo dhawaysanin.
That's your responsibility. Your job not to welcome these people. Now, damn, Trump seems to be the bad guy, but here you telling your people don't welcome some people? Kick them out. Hold on, how this work? Yeah, you see, you can't say this in English because you don't want this. You don't want nobody there gonna scrutinizing this. But like, hold on, what you talking about? Why you talking about kicking some of your own fellow Somalis out? But when Trump talking about kick you out, there ain't no big deal. Who worked the black and undermine Somalis in this country from gaining power and having influence? Kick them out. Kick them out. This is what she's saying. Kick them out. Now, like I said, hey, Now you understand that was said in her language, but she basically was talking about so and so. Like, hey, man, when Trump tell her that, oh yeah, nah, we're gonna deport you. Oh, that's racist. But yeah, but then you talk to your people like, hey man, these people that's against me, man, they in a Muslim community. You see them at the daggone the coffee shops and all that. No, get they punk ass up out of here. What? Damn. Hold on, really? And now, of course, like I said, that this is why I say this is a political fight between her and Trump. But all the while, Representative Omar, I'll say she's doing the smart thing right now. Because somebody in Congress got a plug. You got a plug.
Get this. Squad member Ilhan Omar's net worth skyrocketed up to $30 million. That is an increase. Rocketed up to $30 million last year.
Y'all hear that? $30 million last year. Now, I'm going to tell you what. That's one thing you got to do when your ass get elected to Congress. Something up there. Y'all got the plug on something. I don't know what it is. Congress got the plug on something. Y'all got the plug on something with the market. Y'all got the money plug. I don't know what it is, but everybody who go to Congress, a smart thing for you to be doing is be talking about going there and making some damn money. Because y'all net worth always shoot through the damn roof.
Squad member Ilhan Omar's net worth skyrocketed up to $30 million last year. That is an increase. So my calculations, 3,500% in a year. So where's the gold coming from? Her husband, not her brother, her husband, who owns a winery and a venture capital firm. Omar's not happy the news is out. She's calling these claims ridiculous and categorically false. I guess being a millionaire isn't a great look for a communist. Fox News host Julie Banderas joins us now. How did she make that much scratch?
It's called her husband. But you know what's interesting is that she says, I don't have millions. I just have barely thousands, which is interesting when you're married and you're not the moneyed spouse. It's our money until, you don't have to show for it. So, of course.
Hubby done made all that money, man. But it's always a racket, man. It's always a racket, man. The Congress, man. Y'all can't tell me nothing, man. Congress, man, it's always a racket when it comes to Congress. And when it comes to these representatives, they go in broke. They come out somehow, some way. Somebody that gave them a kickback, and now they worth millions. And you asking questions like, what the hell?
It's his money. Tried divorcing her, and I bet you anything that she's going to say she's worth all those millions.
Is he like the Muslim Paulie P?
Yeah.
Because that is one sweet investment.
No, it's amazing. But, his firm actually was hired by her campaign, and they paid his firm $2.9 million. So she paid him. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, wow. Oh, man, look, now. Boy, I tell you, man, look, why y'all not putting this on, man? Why the Somalis ain't putting us on? Ilhan Omar, you know what's going on? She said, shit, my husband got a daggone, look, my campaign gonna pay my husband $3 million. Oh, yeah, y'all working that system. Y'all are working the hell out of it.
Paid him, and now he's paying her back.
I want to marry someone who's going to pay me. I don't know for what. I don't know what my job is, but I'll take it.
Are you still single?
Well, I'm not married. Well, yes, I am. Okay, actually, that's a trick question. Am I going through a divorce? Yes. Am I single?
Okay. I think we'll all just leave that.
Yeah, these motherfuckers play too much. They up here talking about and doing lovey-dovey shit. But anyway, look, you see Ilhan Omar know how to get around that bag. She said, look, I'm going to take my campaigns to shit, and I'm going to funnel it to my husband. Take $3 million. Oh, I don't have it. My husband company just got it. But come on, man. Come on, man. This said, like I said, and see, all of this has happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And as of right now, look, some people call this the Minneapolis, Minnesota is the capital of Somalia, right? Some people say
right
that.
here
is Minneapolis.
And we in Minneapolis, man. Murder-apolis, bitch, get in tune.
Today, nearly 100,000 Somalis live in Minnesota, and the majority of them are in the Twin Cities.
I think America is the one that encourages people to identify and segregate people and put people in different boxes.
Specifically, it's the Somali neighborhood that has recently become controversial due to two figures: Congresswoman
Ilhan Omar
and mayoral candidate Omar Fateh.
Dolke Magalada, Minneapolis.
There's several bars that used to have live music, the last of which just closed a few weeks ago.
I moved from Sweden 5 years ago. I came here because there was already Somali community established.
Sure, it's a good opportunity to move to America, but do Somalis love America though?
Well, that's what America is. You come here, you start your own community. So people normally in America are not very fond of strangers.
Assalamu alaikum, broken news.
In our community, we usually send money back home to the less fortunate. Yeah, it's right there.
Ah. See, the Somalis had a different idea of this shit. They said, oh, yeah, we ain't coming in to come in here and, oh, we want the American dream. No. We thought this was to come over here and start our own shit and get our own rules and we could go to the greatest country in America and carve out our own shit. Yeah, we ain't doing what y'all. We don't give a damn about what, this was the Somalis.
All the reporting we've done, this is one of the most difficult spots to get an interview. People are very guarded here. I don't know if it's because they assume there's a hit piece or they simply don't want to talk at all. So behind us on the rooftop of the cafeteria, you can see the Somali flag. Some people, at least on social media, talked about how it's very similar to the new Minnesota flag. And so they wondered if there might have been some overlap there. Others say that's ridiculous.
A couple recent polls, somewhere around half of Minnesota.
Remember that flag I was telling y'all about? They changed the flag. See the ceiling in the store he was at? That's the Somali flag. They changed it.
Talked about how it's very similar to the new Minnesota flag. And so they wondered if there might have been some overlap there. Others say that's ridiculous.
In a couple recent polls, somewhere around half of Minnesotans said they wanted to keep the old flag.
I got a little story to tell too. My name's Salim Muhammad, man, and I ain't not a murderer. And Somali people that are real Muslims that are on their deen and on their way, peaceful. 3 mosques just in walking distance right now as we speak.
You know, we took an oath, which is allegiance. Somalis in Minnesota or in the United States, we are ready to protect and fight for the American dream and respect it and work American interests all over the world. And I am one of them.
Now, I don't know. Now, I would sit here and think, man, look, the Somalis done found the juice, man. They done found something. Maybe we need to get on with them and figure out what in the world they doing. They done went to Minneapolis and then carved out something, right? But at the end of the day, they still being attacked and still being the federal government and the ISIS coming in there, right? And they fighting back. And I just want to ask you, do y'all think it's a race thing?
Today we're standing because my community, the Somali immigrant community, and our broader immigrant community is under assault. To President Trump and the base that is attacking our community, we understand that you are here to divide us, to create fear amongst us, and to selectively target the blackest immigrant and Muslim community in this great state.
What y'all think about that? Y'all think this true? I mean, I don't know.
Immigrant and Muslim community in this great state. President Trump has had a history of targeting black people long before he ever ran for any office. And we know that the identity of who we are is part of the attack, and also as being Muslims and being immigrants. In fact, we know in our community we have some of the smallest number of undocumented Somali Americans. Majority of us are U.S. citizens, even a majority of even that born in the United States. What we see today that's happening in Minneapolis is the authoritarian nature of this government. We want people to understand that our community is sophisticated, capable, and very smart. In fact, in this moment, we are calling upon our neighbors, those who we have built great relationship with, to speak up, to stand up. We are not a community that retreats. We are a community that leans in. We are a community that's civically engaged. We are a community that cares about our neighbors.
So, hey, do y'all think it's a race thing? Right? Now, some of it may be, but some of it might be a little bit of race
Hundreds
based, right?
of millions of dollars were diverted, again, by several dozen Somali nationals who took the money they were supposed to be using to feed children and, in fact, were pocketing for criminal instances.
See a huge focus on bringing negativity to the Somali community and connecting them to the Feeding Our Future scandal. But what we have to remember is, number one, that was a very, very, very small group of individuals involved in that fraud. They're being held accountable under the law. Many, if not all of them, will face time in prison. But the face of that scandal was actually a white woman named Amy Bach. So I'm going to say the quiet part out loud today. That particular person is who gave access for the scandal to happen in the first.
Oh, the white women gave access.
And yet the focus is on Somali individuals.
Okay. So the white women gave access, but y'all putting it on Somali. Yeah. This is her argument. Now, mind you, trust me. Okay, whatever you want. I keep telling y'all, this fight ain't about no damn race. You hear Trump and the governor. I showed you a picture of the governor chilling beside a black Somali guy who got indicted for this fraud. This shit going up levels. People getting kickbacks from this shit. This shit ain't about no damn race. Yeah, white women did it. Getting kickbacks, putting y'all black ass in jail. This crazy. But y'all ain't put nobody on because y'all still got some bread from it.
Weren't for a white woman opening the door, none of it would have even happened in the first place. So let's be honest here. But we don't hear Donald Trump and ICE and their minions calling out white people who engage in fraud or crime or abuse.
Man. So what y'all think? I think they threw him under the bus. I think they threw him under the bus. Or did they? Or has this been a problem for years? And we've just done nothing about it.
Take a moment here to address something about the fraud found here in Minnesota. Right now, you can turn on a cable news channel, a national one, or open a national paper, and it's made to seem like fraud has just been discovered by a certain cable channel. And
now, this is the local news. They're going to put you up on game of really what's been going on.
And current federal government. But the truth is, it's a lot different than that. Since 2022, our team and many reporters in the cities here at our home, Lou Ragoose, AJ Legault, Danny Spiewak, and others have been covering this fraud almost daily for 3 years. In fact, I counted how many stories we did today just on Feeding Our Future to date, and it's 126. And because claims need receipts these days, we have those too, and it's in one place. We put them there so you can see for yourself, and you can watch every single one of these stories and get caught up to speed. There's a special landing page online that we've created just for our Feeding Our Future coverage. That's where you're going to find those 126 stories from 2020.
God damn. That many stories? That's how much fraud's been committed since 2022? This ain't nothing new. They've been running these schemes up here. Damn.
We also made a second page detailing all of the other fraud, like Medicaid billing, the state-run housing stabilization services failure, and more. We have a whole page for that. All of the years of work our I-team has been doing so you can find it. It's not breaking news, no matter what others may be saying nationally.
Damn. So she put us on game. Well, it ain't breaking news, man. What everybody else saying nationally, we've been screaming about this for years. We've been screaming about this. We've been screaming about this. You know what I mean? Like we've been telling y'all, this has been a problem. But now, since Trump picked it up, so we're gonna see how this goes. Trump versus Somali immigrants. Especially, it's a lot of people going to jail. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar not. She's gonna stand and fight. So we're gonna see how it play out. But yo, appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I'm gonna get on out of here, man. Hit the like button on the way out. Ha!
She got a big ass body with some little ass breasts. Do like a gorilla, bitch, and beat on your chest. Big ass body with some little ass breasts. Do like a gorilla, bitch, and beat on your chest. Silverback, 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 back, silverback, back, silverback, silverback, with some little ass breasts. Do like a gorilla, bitch, and beat on your chest. Silverback, silverback, silverback.
Wait.